Hey, Kat, it's really nice to meet you.
You only just arrived in Australia yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, we arrived, well, I think it was like yesterday. We've still got the whole jet lag situation going on. So I can't even remember what day it is. But we arrived yesterday and it already feels like we've been here for about a week.
Yeah, because
Brilliant.
you haven't stopped doing stuff since you arrived and you got your first gig tonight.
Yeah, we haven't. We went and did a little sort of radio, not what say radio, but it was like a live acoustic performance recorded thing, and we've had a load of interviews. And do you know what? It's so nice to be busy, Kat. I'm over the moon that we're actually doing stuff. You know, like there's nothing worse than sitting around and doing nothing. And the thing is, even if in Australia, when you're sitting around doing nothing, it's great because we've got this camper as well. It's all sprayed up, and we've just been sat on the top of the astroturf singing songs.
And you're going to be here for 7 weeks.
7 weeks, yeah. 7 whole crazy weeks. And judging on the last 24 hours, I think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, because you've added a heap of new shows to your schedule too, so you're not having a holiday.
No holiday. Well, this is the thing, Kat, about our life. It is all one big holiday, really, man. Like, you know, the music industry is that 95% waiting around and 5% doing something. So, like, we have a good time. Like, every gig is always a fun evening and a great time.
Just heard a truck or something go past.
Do you know what, Kat? I'm trying to find the airport at the moment. Are you good with Sydney directions?
Oh, I don't know Sydney at all.
Where do you live?
I'm in Ballarat, just outside of Melbourne.
Oh, Melbourne. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And so Holiday is actually the single off of your album.
Holiday's the first single, yeah.
And that's about your life then, is it? One big holiday?
Yeah, pretty much, man. It's like one big holiday. I mean, that song actually, though, is more about that. The package holiday, right? And in England, you get your stereotypical English guy who will go on a holiday, get too drunk for his own good and embarrass himself. That's what that song's about.
Well, what is your favourite song on the album?
My favourite song? God, I think that's a tough one. It depends on the mood, I guess. I think that the most out there song on the album is Dreamer, which is like kind of like a bit psychedelic and kind of there's all this crazy stuff going on in it. But my favourite song, one that I like playing live, is probably Cape Town Blues.
All right, yep.
Yeah, what's your favourite song on the album?
Eyes.
Wicked.
And I like Sensa Miller too.
Sensa Miller, yeah, man. Yeah, I like both of them as well, I must say. I just kind of, sometimes, like, depending on what day it is, you know, some appeal more than others, you know.
Yeah, well, the album seems to be like it's a mix of just good times, parties, but there's also a lot of sensitivity in there. Yeah,
to be honest though, that's probably because, it is just an emotional feel to me, the music. Depending on, songwriting, it's about, that, you know, trying to capture any type of emotion that you feel at that time. And we sort of, sometimes if I feel, sometimes I'm really, feeling sad, you know, really sad. And writing a song makes you feel, you know, twice the man you are. And then that song actually, ends up as a happy song. So it's kind of weird. Yeah. Thank you for that. I appreciate you noticing that.
That's okay. And can I ask you about you've set up your own record label. Wait until that truck passes.
Yeah, it's out my own record label called Baggy Trousers Music. And it's Will and the People's label, you know. It's like the label that we kind of, it's like our baby, you know. Because there's a lot of labels out there that just do their thing and they sort of try and make as much money as they can. And I think our label, our ethos is just, you know, let's just try and allow artists to make the music they want to make. So it's that's what you get, isn't it? When you do your own thing, I suppose. And cool. I think every band should start their own record label, really.
Well, you have been quoted as saying that you get your songwriting inspiration from your trousers. I was wondering if the record label name had something to do with that, or if it was from the Madness song Baggy Trousers.
You know what, man? My 13-year-old brother came up with that name, and I was like, that's a Madness song, and I love trousers. It's obvious. so yeah, we were around the kitchen table. In fact, he wasn't. He's 13 now. He was about 9, and he came up with the idea, yeah, and then it was one of those universe things, you know. It was obvious, and I love Madness, man. That Baggy Trousers was actually a song that I sung with my school when we were like 10. My music teacher made us sing it, and he didn't make us. It was like an end of term thing that we did, you know, and like we all sung it together. And I remember thinking it was like a joke song, like a clown song, you know, like made me feel really happy and like it was really fun. And I hadn't really associated music with fun until that point. So yeah, so it's another big part of us trying to make it fun. Yeah.
So did you have singing lessons and that growing up?
What I had was choir. Like we sung in the school choir, you know. Like I sang in the school choir for my whole life. Like in fact, all of us in the band did. Like we were all choristers. So we kind of like. I think the singing lessons came through just singing every day, really.
Right, because there is on YouTube. There's some footage. You were at a TV station in England and you came out to sing Jealous Sky for the people, and it's absolutely beautiful singing.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's, you know, man, singing Cat is, well, I believe it's all about emotion, and that emotion kind of streams natural confidence, and confidence helps you when you sing. So, like, if you feel something, you know, if you feel it, then it will sound good, you know, no matter how you sing it or what kind of singer you are. That was a funny moment. We were in Holland. That was early in the morning, you know, and like we had to do this radio thing on 3FM, and it was being broadcast to the whole nation, like the whole of the Netherlands. And it was really early. I hate singing in the morning, so I was kind of like that was a warm up, really. I just went out and I'm going to sing. They were all standing in the lobby, you know, on the stairs. The room was really big and there was a high ceiling, so it kind of it sounded cool, yeah. And
you're coming to Warrnambool on the 30th of November at the Whalers Hotel.
Okay, yes, we are.
On the 1st of December you'll be at the Workers Club in Melbourne, and they're your only two Victorian shows, are they?
Oh no, airport, I'm in the right direction. I'm so sorry. Kat, I'll tell you a story, right, just to get my concentration back into exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
We're driving to the airport because we left our guitars in Dubai. We didn't. The actual people did. The Emirates people left our bags and two of our guitars in Dubai, which is a bit of a nightmare. So we're kind of on our way back to meet this man to collect them.
Because you need them tonight.
We need them tonight, yeah.
Although you have said that you are going to play fruit instead of instruments in Australia.
We might have to, like, what happens is often we don't have our instruments with us, so we just take the right piece of fruit for the occasion each and sing away, you know? Mango's a good one, and you can get a nice slap on a watermelon as a drum. You know what I mean?
Yep. So you'd encourage people to bring a piece of fruit to play along with you at the concerts?
I absolutely would, and I'd encourage them to bring a piece of fruit to give to me on stage while we're playing.
To give to you gently?
Yeah, gently, so we could eat it. They could throw it if they want, but just as long as they warn me. And any of us, most of us, in fact, all of us are good catchers. So, like, if people just throw us fruit, we'll hopefully catch it. And if they'd rather just bring it and as I said, play it, tap it, that's just as good for us. And
you're going to do a show on the top of a tour bus.
That's right, yeah. There's AstroTurf on top of the tour bus and railings so we can do little gigs on it. We're going to do that everywhere. We just did one, actually.
All right, you've already done one. So you're going to do one of those in Melbourne?
Definitely, yeah. We'll be doing as many as we can there, man. They're kind of impromptu, you know. We'll just sort of turn up to a place where there's people and start jamming.
All right. Well, I'm an hour outside of Melbourne, so you'll have to give me a heads up beforehand.
We will indeed. I'll make sure we do. Like, what we'll do is, if you keep an eye on our Facebook, we'll be always letting everyone know when we're playing. Like, you know what I mean?
All right.
I mean, the other thing I would say, like, hey, but I'm exceedingly useless memory-wise. So the one thing I know I have to remember this time is to post everything we do on Facebook and Twitter and all of those things.
And you can be found at Will and the People on Facebook.
That's right, yeah. Will and the People. And we play, like, we're always on our Facebook as well ourselves, so, like, if anyone wants to get in touch, we're like, that's us, you know, not some sort of employed person with glasses at a desk. That is us in our tour bus with our phones.
Are you going to you are going to be spending Christmas and New Year in Australia this year?
Well, we're going to be spending Christmas, is it right, Jim? No. We're going to be spending Christmas in Oz, but New Year, we're going to be, like, I don't know, probably over India or something. We're flying in the air over New Year.
All right.
Yeah, it's quite brutal. It's because we wanted to stay at the festival we were at, but, like, our flights were a lot cheaper to fly back at that. So we're having a party on a plane for New Year's Eve. It's going to be great.
Well, if you work it right, you can have 2 New Year's Eve if you fly at the right times.
That is exactly what's happening. We're having 2 New Year's Eve. I didn't even tell you that bit. That was a secret. I didn't want to sort of make you feel jealous. You know what I mean? That double party. So
what is it like with all you boys living under one roof, and who is the magician?
Well, it's amazing. The magician's Kazrani, but he's not actually here at the moment, unfortunately.
Where is the rabbit hole in the UK?
What, the barn?
Well, it says your hometown is the rabbit hole.
Oh, well, yeah, that's our barn. Like, we have this barn that we play in and stuff, and a house next to it that we live in. And, like, barn is kind of called the rabbit hole because when we arrived, there was a rabbit skeleton pinned to one of the doors for some reason, and it still is. So it's called the Rabbit Barn. And that's in Berkshire, like right next to London, you know?
Right.
Yeah, like kind of like maybe half an hour outside London, west of London, in the countryside. So
you all live together, work together, and don't argue?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, we've all been, like, all known each other a long time, but, like, we live together in bands in that house at the moment, yeah.
And your brother Jamie is in the band who answered the phone for me. Hi, Jamie.
Jamie is in the band, yes. Of course he is, yeah. He's my bro. Jamie's like, Jamie plays acoustic guitar and electric and percussion and does lots of different stuff.
But they're all sort of like you bros now, aren't they? One big family.
Well, literally all brothers, man, yeah. Like, so when you live together for that, you know, for that amount of time, you just sort of end up like, you end up loving each other, you know, in new and different ways, family-like ways.
I'm glad you elaborated on that.
Yes, me too. I thought exactly the same thing after I had them. Thank you. Otherwise, it could have sounded very dodgy, couldn't it?
It could have.
Yes, we're one big family now.
I was going to ask, actually, with all you boys living in one house together, how does it work with girlfriends and that?
Well, luckily, my girlfriend, I say luckily, it's not luckily in many ways, but for the band's sake at the moment, she lives in Nepal, you know, and we have, like, 3 of us have girlfriends. You know, it can be tough. It can be tough. It's not easy, basically.
Yeah.
Not really any other way of putting it. Girls and rock and roll don't go too well together.
Yeah, in certain aspects, and in other aspects, they're part of it.
Well, yes. I mean, I should have said girlfriend, shouldn't I?
Yeah. I'm sure you guys have got groupies everywhere.
Yeah, well, you know, no comment.
Got your shows coming up in Australia. You're going to be spending some time here, and then you're heading to India.
Yeah, no, to Nepal, actually.
Oh, so you're going to catch up with your girlfriend when you leave here?
Yeah, for a week. Going on for 10 days, you know, and then we're going on tour again to the Holland. So
are all the boys going to Nepal with you?
No, in fact, Jamie, my bro, is going to Thailand to see a girl. Jim's going, where are you going, Jim? You're going to England to see a girl. Jim's going to France to see his girlfriend. And Keo's going to London to see his girlfriend. And Charlie, you know, you never know with Charlie, he could do anything.
Well, he might find a girlfriend in Australia.
Charlie will probably find a girlfriend in Australia and stay here, exactly.
I better let you go then. It's been really good talking to you.
And you, Kat.
And I hope I get a chance to see you play, especially on the bus. That'll be fun.
I hope you do too. Are you coming to any of our gigs?
I think I might try and get to the Workers' Club.
Well, Kat, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
It's been nice to talk to you, and I hope you enjoy your time in Australia. I get the feeling you enjoy your time wherever you are.
Absolutely. What's not to love? Being alive is a good thing. Thank you, though. Thank you. We will. I promise you. And your beautiful country is really up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Top of the range.
I was going to ask one last thing. Where do people get hold of the album?
If you go on iTunes, you can get hold of the album. Or if you go into record stores like JB Hi-Fi, like stuff like that, you can get both of our records now, you know.
Good luck getting your guitars back, and say hello to the boys for me. And
I will, Kat, I promise.
thank you.
Thank you. Lots of love. Take care.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.